Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So I had this article ready today and someone sent me a message with hey Emil, yeah, you want to have fun, look at this. This is the message I received. Emil, if you want a good laugh, look up Xi Jinping humiliating Justin Trudeau on camera at the G20 today. I will not mention this gentleman's name. I don't have his consent to do that, but he know who he is. And I had it ready, and I saw that comment, and I said, "Oh my God, now I gotta do it now." So here it is. Xi Jinping got Weasel Trudeau to task. If you watch them interacting at G20, you will see an adult speaking with a teenage boy who did something wrong. An adult, self-confident, intelligent, well-behaved, to a child who is going to argue, use some arguments that are allowed in his little circle of juveniles, which is parroting something that makes no sense. But that's the way Mr. Trudeau made a career, aside from the fact that he built it on his father's name, if you know what I mean. Justin Trudeau, right? Good guy right here, the drama teacher. Anyway, doesn't mean that he's doing this or that. He is, by my assessment, this Trudeau, a guy who is just not ready. All he had to do is to memorize a few sentences, and he's gonna use those sentences, and I watched him many times doing that, and I'm sick of his sentences. The same sentences that he's gonna use in any situation when he gets cornered by, has to think about something, and that usually is we love our rights and our democracy, and we are the free country, and we should defend this, and we should defend. Fuck off. He comes to the same resource, the same standards, pre-made sentences. That's what he does, like a teenage. He's going to tell you, oh, shut up. But anyway, you see Xi Jinping as a video, pulls him over, meets him over there with a translator, and he tells Trudeau that he was an idiot. And you don't do that in diplomacy, in the big boys league. You do this with your weasels over there, with your whatever. I don't want to insult too many today. But anyway, you do it there in Canada with people that support you, people who promote you on the TV, and your little weasels, yes men and yes persons around you. Now what happened? This Xi Jinping and Trudeau had a meeting, and about, I don't know, 10 minutes, whatever the meeting was, and then Trudeau came out and he said certain things that he was not supposed to, and his advisors commented. He had a press conference after that, and he said certain things that China did not like. You're not supposed to say this kind of things. And the big boys in the diplomacy. But he's just a spoiled little brat, this Trudeau. Everything went just fine in his life on his father's back. That's what I've been told, that's what I read, and that's what I saw. I saw the product. No. And he's the Prime Minister elect. So he takes, Xi Jinping takes Trudeau to the side and tells him, hey, we didn't like what you did. Don't do this again. That was, undiplomatic. And instead of Trudeau trying to say, okay, what did they say? What's going on? What did they say? What exactly? All right, and say, well, I said that, or I said that because of this, I said it's because of that, or I admit maybe I was a little bit undiplomatic, all right? No. He just, Canada is a free country and we do what's right and you are bad and we're good. Basically, that's what he said. I'm going to read everything what this guy said to make your own mind on this guy. And then while Trudeau started talking about this bullshit, Xi Jinping shook his hand and said, well, we'll see you next time. He said something else. I'm going to read that. Turned around and left. Left Trudeau talking. That's how you deal. Remember, the Russians are saying about the American diplomacy being they call it somehow, not Twitter, but in everybody to see it, like sensational democracy, diplomacy. Diplomacy, you talk behind closed doors, and not every retard must know what. No, everybody must know what we talked. No. Remember confidentiality? Certain things are confidential. You don't talk about them. Anyway, let's see what this happened. So this article comes from Reuters from 16th of November 2022. China Xi confronts Canada's Trudeau at the G20 over media leaks. Here, leaks are okay. Yeah, leaks. I don't think that's legal, is it? I mean, you come and say, and then you lose your job, right? So then you leak and so on, go to the bathroom and take a leak. That's what they do here. It's like common, it's sensational diplomacy. It's sensational because the tards make money with the weasels watching TV or, I don't know, people getting careers doing this with the leaks. So Beijing, Reuters. Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday criticized Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in person over alleged leaks of their closed-door meeting at the G20 summit. That's the reason why they're closed door. Okay, Trudeau, smack. Got it? And their closed-door meeting at the G20 summit, a rare public display of annoyance by the Chinese leader, with a fucking juvenile retard who's not listening, who's not learning. What are you going to do? You tried this, you banned him, you barred him going over there, you took his, I don't know, Playboy magazines and all that, and it didn't work. He's still doing what he's doing in the bathroom. In video footage published by Canadian broadcasters, Xi and Trudeau can be seen standing close to each other and conversing via a translator at a summit on the Indonesia island of Bali. And I'm quoting, "Pay attention," Xi Jinping says. "This is not appropriate, and we didn't do it that way." End quote. She said in Mandarin, smiling. What do you want? This is a guy. Bad or good or bad, he knows what to do. And I'm quoting again. "If there is sincerity, we can communicate well with mutual respect. Otherwise, the outcome will not be easy to tell." Again, if there is sincerity, we can communicate well with mutual respect. Otherwise, the outcome it will not be easy to tell. We're gonna smack you or something. I don't know what he meant. But his displeasure was likely a reference to media reports that Trudeau brought up, quote unquote, serious concerns. Yeah, I fucking hate that guy when I see him talking in the parliament or in media. Unbelievable. And it's like he goes the same words all the time. He doesn't expand because his brain is locked. Click, click. You know, like those records. That's what this guy is. About alleged espionage and Chinese interference in Canadian elections. When meeting with Xi, everybody interferes with everybody. Don't you think so? Grow up, you idiot. Is it right? No, but you're concerned. What about the concern with other countries interfering in your friendly country? They all interfere in all's business. What are you talking about? You don't believe me? Well, I guess you need to get more information on that one. In Canadian elections, when meeting with Xi on Tuesday, his first talks with the Chinese leader in more than 3 years. Xi Jinping did not have this. I don't want to talk with that idiot. I'm sorry. China, by definition, having a communist government is not a good country. However you want to take it. I disagree with that assumption that having a communist party anywhere is a good thing. No, it's a bad thing because it doesn't allow competition. You don't have competition, it's just me telling you. So by definition, it's a tyrannical system. I know my Chinese friends will say, "Hey, tell me this." Man, you go and buy one pair of shoes only. I want the opportunity to choose, okay? I don't want only one. I was about to say something about women. But anyway, you want a diversity to pick from, right? If you have only one available, that's the one you got. Well, when you get married, I understand it. You pick the one, but you picked it from many, right? But if you give it only one option, the Communist Party of China, they know best. No, maybe they don't. So yeah, I'm with Canada. Yes, used to be a democracy, used to be a free country, civilized, and so on and so on. But with these guys, go over there and say something. I have friends in Canada. I have family in Canada. Please believe me. I refuse to watch their television little bullshit. I don't watch it either here, only to get you want to know, hey, I think that water is wet, let me touch it. Oh yeah, still wet. That's how I do with the mass media here. I want to see what the bullshit is, how the degree is hot or cold. Okay, that's what I do with these guys. I just get information from them, but I know it's BS. The same with Trudeau and Canada. Canada is the mass media I'm talking about, and the politicians. A translator for Xi can be heard in a video telling Trudeau that everything we discussed was leaked to the papers. That's not appropriate. The video captured a right candid moment for Xi, whose image is carefully curated by Chinese state media, like Trudeau is not. Yeah, okay. And then Trudeau responds. This is what he says. In Canada, we believe in free and open and frank dialogue, and that is what we will continue to have. We will continue to look to work constructively together, but there will be things we disagree on. Fuck off. Anyway, before he finished speaking, Trudeau, however, Xi, looking slightly exasperated, cuts him off and says, create the conditions. Create the conditions, okay? Before smiling, shaking Trudeau's weasel raccoon stupid hand and walking off. All right? So, and it says here that neither the Chinese Foreign Ministry nor state media have published anything on talks between Xi and Trudeau. The two held a 10-minute informal meeting on the sideline of the G20 summit on Tuesday. That was the whole thing, and not only. So, and then keep coming back. I want to say that he came and said in front of Canada never released an official readout from the meeting, but Trudeau did confirm the conversation and the points that he made to Xi at a news conference at the end of the G20. I don't know if he was supposed to or not, but he says Canada trusts its citizens, because you voted for him, with information about the conversations that we have in their name of as a government, Trudeau said, according to a transcript. Yeah, you got with your pants down, jerking off, and now you're just trying to make it like weird or retards like you. Man, so anyway, it's not like Xi Jinping, but when you see someone behaving a certain way, another one that you might root for, because, I like freedom, I like democracy in a certain way, educated democracy. I don't like mass democracy where any biped, a goose is biped, can go and vote. I disagree with that. I don't want anybody who's just staying home and getting checks from everybody else who produces to go and vote. I disagree with that. There should be certain kind of levels. You vote if you know this. If you vote more, you get part of the vote. You get this percentage. I wrote a book on that. No, part of it was. But anyway, it's published right there. And this guy's like, oh my God, in Canada we do this. Shut your... Really? Really? What you did with those truckers in Ottawa with that protest, was that freedom and democracy and frank? When you came and said the fringe minority with unacceptable views. Fuck you, really? He says that those are unacceptable views. To the truckers, to the people who went to Ottawa. Fringe minority with unacceptable, based on what? Your values? Yeah, Canada's values. He decide what the values are, and now he's doing the same shit. He's just Canada wants to play a big role lately, maybe past 10-15 years in the global sphere, under the shade of United States. If United States falls tomorrow, let's say it doesn't exist as a country, it's gone, zero, never existed. What do you think is going to happen to Canada? I think Canada will talk differently, which means with more reason. I think Canada will leave their arrogance down, that they should not have the arrogance. I think Canada will vote for a normal person, not for this guy. And other things will happen. Because then you can't just say whatever you want because you're next to the shark and say, screw everybody, fuck you guys, I'm with the shark here. But you're not the shark, you're with the shark. The shark just minds his own business and you're underneath his belly. Fly over there, fly. I was about to say run. Oh my God, losing my mind. Swim with the shark and you show the finger to everybody else. But if the shark goes, I told you this story with how I used to catch people that are in the gangs and so on. And you catch him alone and he's like, hey, Emil, how are you doing? Smack, smack, smack. Catch you next time. Open your mouth when you are with that guy. Then you're going to get it again. That's how it happened. The same here. Anyway, I'm glad that watch the video, and the video shows Xi Jinping treating like a kid. And he cuts him off, shakes hand, turns around, and hasta la vista. Yeah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.